Hey students, today I want you to know I unsubmitted your writing about reading from last week. You can start working on the one that's due next Tuesday. I also have grades updated. If you have any questions, let me know. Um, you cannot use your theme work for your writing about reading. Just a reminder on that. And remember, you need to have a book or a short story already finished to really do the theme work for this unit. We are digging into how writing can help us improve our thinking. And today we're just going to pause and reflect. In texts, as in life, themes can evolve and change throughout. Sometimes we kind of jump at our first choice, but if we just take a step back, sometimes we might realize, oh, there's better options out there, and this might make my life easier if I use this other option. You are today, and for this unit, becoming an essayist. Essayist. Say that out loud. It's a hard one. Essayist. And essayists dig deep into what they're writing and reading, and they'll go and read into those really important critical scenes and look for nuance, detail, and how the theme might evolve. Yesterday, we found a central problem. We reflected on that part, and I showed you my writing that I did from yesterday. Shoop. In my notebook. Jealousy can hurt people. Today, we're going to look a little bit closer in the actual story that I am doing, which is All Summer in a Day. The box in red is a very important part of the story. And then, of course, the biggest crime of all was that she had come here only 5 years ago from Earth. And she remembered the sun and the way the sun was and the sky was when she was 4 in Ohio. And they had been on Venus all their lives. And they had been only 2 years old when the last sun came out. And they had long since forgotten the color and the heat of it and the way it really was. But Margot remembered. Wow, look at this. The very first sentence. The biggest crime, saying that her living on Earth was a crime. It wasn't something she chose. She was only a child, but yet they held it against them. So at first I thought the theme was just jealousy hurts people or jealousy makes people mean, but it's more. The kids see Margot's memory and they see it as a crime, like she's doing something wrong to them. So my writing then today, I went into the notebook and started writing about this next thing, and my theme and my thoughts became better. So consequently, their jealousy is so big and so painful. They can't see that Margot's just a little kid. She was just a kid that lived on Earth, and this is significant because their jealousy makes it so they can't see anything but their own hurt. I want you to notice something quick with my writing. Notice that I am using these prompts. This word consequently, like as a consequence, or this is significant because. These are great sentence starters when writing about theme, when writing an essay. So, going back to my writing, maybe that is something the text is teaching us too, that jealousy makes you blind to other people, or that jealousy makes you selfish. Okay, I'm starting to get on to something new. Today, you are going to continue your work from yesterday. Yesterday, you did this. So see these big red arrows? You use the top 5 bullet points in this How to Write a Theme essay to collect ideas about a theme. Today, you're going to go to the next bullet point, which says go back to the text and reread closely to see how the theme works in certain critical scenes. If you want to know where to find this, you can just see it on your long writing document right here, how to write a thematic essay. And there is that, the fifth bullet point. Go back to the text and reread to see how the theme works. And then we are going to write some more. Okay. Where do themes most often reside? Where do you most often see a theme? Usually at the end of the story. That is why you need to have this book or story finished, because you need to know what the theme is. And you really don't always know it until the end of the story. And then you can trace back in the story and find those special clues to help you with your theme. Now, one example of when you reread, you don't need to reread the whole book. Obviously, that is not possible. But going back and finding those really special moments. So if you are reading, if you're doing, like, for instance, The Hunger Games is a big book. But you can probably remember some really key points in the story. The time when Katniss volunteered to be tribute for her sister. Going back and just rereading those couple pages. Look for key points to add to whatever theme you find. Or when Katniss shoots the arrow up at the judges before she even goes into the arena. Find those key points, usually the points where you remember the most, and reread them, look them over, and look for themes, reviewing your previous work and zoom in on the themes. Today and every day, whenever you're reading and writing about writing an essay, whether it's now or in high school or in college, dig deep into the story that speak to your theme and reread those parts. They might spark new and different thinking that will bump up your essay and add a lot to it. Today, write more about those parts. You might just be surprised by the way your idea changes into something very profound. So write and write and write one or more pages, like I'm saying, like pages like this size page. You should have at least 2 pages of writing done by the end of the day. Dig into parts of your story, reread parts, and try out a new and different theme if you're feeling stuck. If you have any questions, come and chat with me on in the main room or email me. Again, to find your long writing document, go to Unit 3 Literary Essay, and here's the November 23rd long writing document. All right, good luck, and I can't wait to see what you've been coming up with.